Hi everybody, it's Martin again at Flinking Feathers, and I'm tying a Bahama Mama today. It's a nice wee bonefish pattern. Works well in a range of places, range of sizes and colours. You can tie them. I mean, they're on the small side. I'd normally fish them from about a 10 to a 6. This is a Gamakatsu SL11 3H number 6. So it's sort of the bigger end of what I would tie them. So just running on some fluorescent orange Danvilles 6/0, and I'm just going to attach my bead chain eyes. You can tie them quite far forward. You don't need a big long nose like you would have with like a gotcha in. You can just the width of the bead chain is enough. And nice and tight. And as always, just a bit of super glue for added security. And I'm just going to run my thread down the shank and just sort of start going round the beginning of the bend, then return your thread to behind the bead chain. That gives you a nice tying in surface for their silly legs, which they could pull out if it's just tied on the bare shank. So I'm going to take one orange barred black silly leg, cut it in half. I'm going to take the two lengths and fold them around my thread, keep them at sort of standard equal lengths, and then take a wrap tail off that, and then pull the legs tight, then take the thread back in touching turns, right? Don't leave any spaces, because when you let the tension go, the silicone will stick up and give you an ugly bump. Just make sure it's well covered. You can go back if there's any wee spaces. And keep a hold of it. You can pull it slightly towards you to stop the thread taut pushing the legs round the shank. When you get your tie-in point, I like to lift the legs and just throw the thread round behind them a couple of times, and that sort of helps them to sort of separate and stick up a bit. And then I'll cut these at the same length, as the hook shank, as a rough measure, and you can see there they separate quite nicely. For the first section of the body, I'm using French mini flat braid in fluorescent orange. Just going to tie that in. Again, just tie it the length of the body. This helps keep everything nice and smooth. And then I'll take my thread forward, and you want the orange tag to be about a third of the space between the bead chain and the back of the body. A bit more super glue. This just helps build a much more durable fly. Take the first wrap straight around the back, and then just wind it forward over the wet glue, slightly overwrapping wraps. And when you meet your thread, come over your thread. Always keep your thread tight. Trim your waist the length of the body again, and I'll just tidy up. Stop my thread at just behind the bead chain. Oops. And I'm going to get some pearl flat braid, It's the same material, pearl, and just the same way, tie it in, take the thread right back, to the end of the orange, wind it forward, create a nice smooth underbody, so that you've got a nice base that you can easily wind the flat braid over, without any bumps. It won't slip or anything. Again, super glue to get a bit of durability, and then just wind this forward. You'll see the sort of orange thread shines through a little, which is quite nice. And when you get to the back of the bead chain, you can tie it off. I just like to figure eight across, so it's like a double tie-in point. Now you can at this stage, if you like, coat it with UV resin, but I don't bother. It's fairly tough anyway, because the super glue's holding the flat braid to the underbody. The wing is rabbit, so I'm just going to grab a short, that's probably about enough, a short section of zonker. It's easy to control if you leave it on the hide. Then let's turn this. Make sure I've got any loose fibres taking it. And just, I mean, it's a standard sort of wing. You don't just take it to should be covering the back of the body. Quick pinch and loop. 3 turns is plenty to hold that. And then you can use the leather as a wee handle. Trim away the butts, and then lash them down nice and securely. That's you get your wee short wing, and the rabbit's nice. It moves well, and it lies quite flat as well. It gives you a nice wee profile. A couple of strands of flash in the wing. I mean, 2 each side is plenty, I think. You could add more. But I don't bother. So just get some root beer crystal flash. Take a couple of turns, fold it over the other side, a couple of turns of thread over it, and then just come in, make sure my legs are out of the way, and just trim it slightly longer than the rabbit fur. And that's the fly's basically tied. I'm adding a weed guard, which is optional. It's up to yourself. Just going to get a short length of some heavy mono, double loop, or the loop, double it over into a loop, offer it up and take the thread across, a couple of wraps in front, and just press the tags with your thumb and take a couple of wraps behind, and you can snug it down and take a few more to secure it. Just like separate it. You can do, if the nylon's trying to close on you, you can spiral your thread around it a couple of times, take a wrap, and then do that on the other side as well, and then take a wrap, and that sort of locks the legs of the weed guard open. And I'll just do a quick finish. And another one, always 2 on the saltwater flies. Quite a harsh environment you're fishing them in, so it doesn't do any harm. Give me rub there some wax. Trim this. Then I'm just going to come in, plenty of head cement. Especially on the underside, and do the, get that nose nicely coated. I might give it another coating just for extra durability. But that's it, the Bahama Mama. It's a really effective little bonefish fly. The fluorescent thread and the fluorescent orange braid really light up, you know, on the flat, and the fish can pick it out quite easily. You get the pearl over the oranges, the fluorescence still shows through, and you get the nice sort of tan effect. So I hope that was useful, hope you enjoyed it. I hope you tie up some of these and catch some fish on them. Remember to subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up below. Thanks for watching guys, tight lines.